Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting right into the guts of a high-performance AV system. We're looking at the Blustream PRO-IN2H2TCS input card.
Yep.
And really our mission here is to figure out why a spec like, 4K 60 Hz 4.4.4 isn't just marketing jargon, it's the gold standard.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And this card is,
Okay.
it's basically the engine that lets a matrix switch do the really heavy lifting. It's built for one thing, handling full HDMI 2.0 at 18 gigabits per second.
18 gigs.
That's the magic number. It's what you need for, totally uncompromised 4K with the richest color possible.
Okay, so let's just start with the basics. The physical connections. This is a 4-source board, but it's set up in a very specific way.
Precisely. It's designed for how installs actually happen in the real world. So you get two standard HDMI inputs, the Type A connectors, for stuff right there in the rack.
Like a local Blu-ray player or something.
Exactly. A media player, a game console. But then, and this is the crucial part, you also get two HDBaseT inputs, the ones that look like network jacks.
And all four of these can be sent to different places at the same time.
Completely independently. Each one can go to any output board in the matrix. It's incredibly flexible.
Which brings us right to that crucial spec we mentioned. 4K at 60 Hz, 4.4.4. Now, why does that last part, the 4.4.4, matter so much in a pro system? I mean, most streaming content is 4.2.0 and looks fine.
It looks fine, sure, but it's not perfect. 4.4.4 means you're getting the full, uncompressed color information. There's no compromise.
So what's the visual difference?
Think about fine text on the screen or sharp computer graphics. With 4.4.4, it's perfectly crisp. With chroma subsampling, like 4.2.0, you can get these little color artifacts or blurring around the edges. For professional video, it's a non-starter.
Right. And you pair that with the 18 GBPs and the HDCP 2.2 protection, and you're basically future-proofed for any premium HDR source.
That's the goal. No limitations.
Okay, so this is where HDbaseT comes in. It's all about sending signals over long distances. But there's always a trade-off, isn't there? Distance versus quality.
Always. That's the physics you can't escape. And you have to plan for it.
So what are the limits here if you're pushing that maximum 18 gig signal?
Well, if you dial it back to a standard 1080p signal, you can get a really impressive 100 meters out of it with the right transmitter.
A full football field.
Pretty much. But if you want to maintain that perfect 4K 60 Hz 4.4.4 quality, the distance drops. You're looking at 70 meters.
70 is still really, really good for a signal that dense.
Oh, it's remarkable. But it just shows you bandwidth is always fighting distance.
All right, let's move beyond just the picture. Control and audio are where these installs can get, really complicated.
And this card simplifies a lot of that. The HD-based inputs aren't just for video. They also carry control signals. We're talking IR distribution.
So the remote control at the TV can control the cable box back in the main rack.
Exactly. The IR signal travels backwards through the same C cable. It centralizes all your source devices without needing extra wiring for control. It's a huge time saver for installers.
Now, this next bit is what I found really interesting, the audio. Of course, it handles all the big formats, Atmos, True HD, all that. But it does something else.
It does. And this is a major problem solver. Every single input on this card, all four of them, has its own independent analog audio breakout.
Wait, on a little 3.5 millimeter rack, like a headphone jack.
That's right, four of them, one for each input. So you can send the high-res digital audio, say Dolby Atmos, over HDMI to your main theater display.
While also sending a separate stereo analog feed to a different system.
Exactly, to a local multi-zone audio amp, for example.
Right.
You can split the audio paths right at the source inside the matrix without needing a single external box or converter.
That is incredibly clever. That kind of integration is what you pay for with purpose-built hardware.
Absolutely, and you can feel it in the build. The quick-release fittings for the cards, the 5-year warranty. It's all designed for installers and for environments where it just has to work.
So, to sort of wrap this all up, what this board lets you do is bring in your most demanding 4K sources, push them over surprisingly long distances, and solve complex audio routing problems all in one shot.
You've got it. It's a specialist tool for a very specific high-demand job.
Which leaves me with a final thought for you, our listener, to chew on. We hear a lot about HDMI over IP systems. They're flexible, they're scalable. But given the complexity of sending a true 18 gigabit 4.4.4 signal over a standard IP network without serious compression or latency, what are the real-world trade-offs in terms of cost, complexity, and sheer reliability when you choose a dedicated high-bandwidth modular system like this versus one that relies entirely on standard IT network gear?
Something to think about on your next big install.
Indeed. Until next time, we'll see you on the next deep dive.